Can we truly trust the authenticity of the Book of Abraham? This question has been a subject of intense debate among religious scholars for many years. The Book of Abraham, an integral piece of the Latter-day Saints canon, has a fascinating origin story. Its roots trace back to Joseph Smith, the founder of the LDS movement, who claimed to have translated this sacred text from ancient papyri. However, the translation process and its validity have been subjects of scrutiny. The main point of contention is the lack of concrete evidence supporting Smith's translation. This raises doubts about the credibility of the Book of Abraham as scripture. This uncertainty is what we're here to explore today. So buckle up for an intriguing journey as we delve into the origins of this enigmatic book. The Book of Abraham, a part of the Latter-day Saints canon, has a fascinating origin story. In the early 19th century, an enterprising man named Joseph Smith claimed to have come into possession of some ancient Egyptian papyri. Smith, the founder of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or LDS, asserted that these papyri contained the writings of Abraham, an important figure in Christian, Jewish, and Islamic traditions. The story goes that Smith obtained these papyri from a traveling antiquities dealer who had unearthed them from an Egyptian tomb. Smith, who had previously translated the Book of Mormon from golden plates he claimed to have found, declared that he was able to decipher the Egyptian hieroglyphs on the papyri. He then proceeded to translate these ancient scripts into what is now known as the Book of Abraham. This book holds a significant place in the LDS canon, providing unique teachings and doctrines that are not found in other LDS scriptures. It offers insights into Abraham's life and teachings, and it explores profound theological questions about the nature of God, the purpose of life, and the eternal destiny of humankind. The historical context of the Book of Abraham also adds to its intrigue. The time of its translation, the 1830s, was a period of great fascination with Egypt and its ancient civilization. This was the era of Egyptomania, when the discovery of the Rosetta Stone had just unlocked the secrets of Egyptian hieroglyphs. It was a time when people were eager for knowledge about this ancient land, and Smith's translation fed into this curiosity. But the intriguing tale of the book's origin raises some questions. The historical discrepancies, the mysterious papyri, and the claimed translation process all contribute to a debate about the authenticity of the Book of Abraham. But that's a topic for our next scene. Joseph Smith claimed to have translated the Book of Abraham from ancient Egyptian papyri. These papyri, which Smith purportedly obtained in the early 19th century, are a source of much debate and controversy. According to Smith, these ancient texts contain the writings of Abraham himself, a claim that, if true, would hold profound implications for religious scholarship. The translation process, as stated by Smith, is also a subject of contention. He claimed to have used a seer stone in a hat to translate the papyri, an unusual method that has been met with skepticism. Smith's translation method raises questions, especially since he lacked formal training in ancient languages. The question then arises, how accurate could his translation really be? This leads us to the discrepancies between Smith's translations and the modern understanding of the ancient Egyptian language. When Smith was translating the papyri in the mid-1800s, knowledge of Egyptian hieroglyphics was limited. However, with the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, scholars have since gained a much deeper understanding of this ancient language. When experts compare Smith's translations to what we now know of Egyptian hieroglyphics, they find significant inconsistencies. For example, characters that Smith translated as entire paragraphs of text are, according to modern scholars, simple hieroglyphs with far less complex meanings. These inconsistencies have led many to question the authenticity of Smith's translation and the credibility of the Book of Abraham. The doubts revolve around whether Smith could have accurately translated these ancient texts without a comprehensive understanding of the language and without the use of conventional translation methods. This brings us to the heart of the matter, the lack of concrete evidence supporting the translation. Without corroborative evidence or the ability to cross-verify Smith's translations with other sources, the authenticity of the Book of Abraham remains a subject of ongoing debate. Concrete evidence supporting the translation process of the Book of Abraham is conspicuously absent. To embark on a quest for truth, we must first acknowledge this glaring absence. The translation process, as championed by Joseph Smith, is shrouded in mystery with no tangible proof to solidify its credibility. As we delve deeper into the historical accounts, we discover a stark contrast between these narratives and the teachings of the Latter-day Saint movement. The discrepancies are not mere footnotes in an obscure corner of history. They are substantial, they are significant, and they challenge the very foundations of the Book of Abraham's authenticity. This raises a number of questions regarding the credibility of the Book of Abraham as scripture. Can it be regarded as a reliable source of spiritual guidance when its origins and the process of its creation are surrounded by such profound uncertainty? These doubts are not intended to undermine faith. Rather, they urge us to engage in a critical examination of the sources of our beliefs. The lack of concrete evidence supporting the translation process, coupled with the inconsistencies between historical accounts and LDS teachings, presents a complex conundrum. It is an invitation for scholars, believers, and skeptics alike to engage in a deeper exploration of this enigmatic scripture. So, where does this leave us in our quest for the truth? As we continue to seek answers, we must remain open to all possibilities, always mindful of the difference between faith and fact. In our quest for the truth, we have navigated the origins, the translation, and the evidence related to the Book of Abraham. We've delved into its inception, exploring the mysterious papyri, and scrutinized the translation process that Joseph Smith claimed to have undertaken. We have also grappled with the stark absence of conclusive evidence to support these claims. The journey through this labyrinth of history and faith has been enlightening, yet the final answer to the question of authenticity remains elusive, inviting us all to keep seeking, questioning, and learning.
Abraham, Abraham.